Alright, I want to tell y'all about how I guess in life you win some and lose some. I wasn't going to record it first because it wasn't a major thing, but I'm going to share the story with you. What happened was, today was a big day for me. I cleaned out both refrigerators, cleaned the bathroom, washed all my dishes, and I was heading out to buy some another lamp, a little mini lamp for my apartment. Some cleaning things. I was low on hand soap and dish detergent and light bulbs and just things like that. I don't remember everything, but so I took my time. I went up to Family Dollar because I went there earlier, the one by my house. I went there earlier and I bought, and actually I forgot to mention that too, I starting my own little mini garden, so I bought some soil and some seeds. And so I got home, I cleaned the refrigerator, did all that cleaning like I said I was, and I still am not finished, but I still did a good job. And then then after I finished all that, I said, well, let me go get some light bulbs so I'm not sitting in the dark just in case, because one of mine went out. And so I went to Family Dollar, walking around a long time. Every time I go there, there's this guy that's there, and I swear it's like he's just so odd. I try my best to whenever I see or sense him, I go completely the opposite way, because it's like he tries to find a reason to interact, and when he does, he tries to make it negative. And this happened to me before. I got all my stuff, and of course I bought my little thing of change so that I could try to use that up. So the lady comes, she says, oh, I'm on this side. I said, oh no, there's no, oh, this guy almost hit this girl with a baby. Wow. She's walking with her baby, and so I don't feel bad. I'm ugly, but the girl's not even ugly, but he almost hit her and the baby, not paying attention. I'm like, wow. So anyways, I'm in the store, I get all my stuff, and I get to the other counter, and I'm counting up my change, trying not to get hit and annoy people trying to get home from work, but they're trying to get home from work, not me. But so I'm counting my stuff. She says, oh, do you need help? I'm on this side. And I was like, oh no, I'm just counting my change. She said, oh, okay, that's good, because I need change. So that was not a problem. So I'm counting. Then I feel that weird guy that I was telling you about. I feel him looking at me. He comes over right where I am just to see what I'm doing, Then what he does is he wanders around a while. Then he says, well, open up the other lane. And I'm thinking, great, because I'm right here. I have all my stuff and my money, So he says, open up the next lane. And then the guy says, oh, I can take the next person line. I said, I'm right here. I have all my stuff. I'm next. Nobody else on the other line moved at all. Nobody moved their feet. And it's like nobody was moving, and I was right there. And he said, and I said, I'm next. I'm right here, Then the guy says, oh, you were in the back walking around. No, I was like, no, I've been right here for the last 15 minutes counting my pennies, And so then, and I wasn't paying in pennies because now that he opened the line, I was just going to put out my dollar bills, my bills. And so then he says, well, you're not next. I have to help the next person. And I was like, I'm standing right here. I've been here the whole time, And so then, nobody's still moving. So a lady comes behind where I am, because I guess she started waiting. I said, do you mind if I go ahead and go in front of you? Because I'm right here and I have my money ready. She's like, no, not at all. So I started to pay. And then the guy, the creepy guy, and comes to find out he's the manager, he comes and he's like, no, don't ring her up. Don't ring her up at all. And I was just like, wow, he was just like, you're not next, that's company policy. Everybody else saw that I was next. Then the Mexican guy came over to where I was, and he was like, come on, man, she's a female, let her go, And then the guy was just like, excuse me, sir, this is between me and her. And then he was like, you can go ahead, just go. And I was like, the Mexican guy was, and I was like, no, he's asked me to leave the store, and he was like, why? What the hell? I think everybody else saw it too, but he's the only one that really spoke up and said something. He was like, why? And I was like, I have absolutely no idea. I said, every time I come in this store, it's a problem with him. I have absolutely no idea. And then then the Spanish guy was just like, come on, man, let her go, she's a female. And then the manager guy was just like, was just like, what did he say? He said, oh, this is between me and her. And I said, no, it's not. I said, this is between you and yourself. That, I'm not even involved in whatever drama you have going on. I'm just gathering my stuff and I'm leaving. I was like, oh my goodness. And so I didn't say anything. And that's exactly what I did. I took my things and I left. And as I was walking down the street, are we still going? Yeah. As I was walking down the street, I don't know if you can see me, but as I was walking down the street, I was kind of refreshed because I was like, well, that's, God wants me to experience these things, and these are empowering things. And, I was like, great, because I could probably get it cheaper. I needed to walk down to the Dollar Tree anyways, and Walmart. There's more stuff there. I need exercise and fresh air. I've been sitting in the house for forever, and for me to just go out and do a hit and run, I need some exercise. I mean, it's to the point where I think my muscles are atrophying. If you look at my arms, it's like I have no muscle there. It's all fat, and so it's from sitting around doing nothing. So this is great for me. Exercise, some fresh air, and probably get cheaper things. But let me tell you what happened. As I'm walking along feeling good about myself through all of that, and I want to tell you ladies also to be careful. Sometimes when people act like that towards you, sometimes, and I've had this happen throughout my life, people have a weird way of admiring you. It may not be because of your looks. It may be something about you that they hold something against. Like, I've had this, that's why I say I can never say jealousy, because now, before I used to be attractive, and so other people would say it's jealousy, but I knew it wasn't jealousy. It's not jealousy. It's something else that just, just kind of set some people off, But now, because it's men and women, it's not just women, but now that I'm ugly, it definitely is not jealousy. So it's something about something that's inside of me that triggers something in them, and it's just like, I don't know, it's something that I have naturally. But just like your physical appearance, like before when I was attractive, I had that naturally. Whatever's inside of me, I have naturally too, but that was like the world's best kept secret, because it's not something you can see with your eyes. And if what people can see with their eyes is different than what they expect you to be on the inside because of what they see. Like, they thought that I was attractive before, so they felt that it was nothing going on spiritually or mentally. But lo and behold, I'm tight work spiritually and mentally. I have a good understanding. I may not be always at 100, but I have a very good understanding. And so, I was feeling good about myself. I was leaving. I was gone, actually. It didn't take me no time to get the stuff in. And as I was walking down the street, like I said, this guy is so weird. It's like every time I go in, he's like talking to somebody loud so that the whole store can hear about it. It's just personal conversations with his friends, and he's down and I'm like, oh, you sound like you're depressed, you should go kill yourself. I was like, oh my God, or he's giving some girl some money. That money's not gonna get her nowhere. He's telling somebody else about it. I'm like, really? You're in the store and you're just telling the whole world this person's business. I said to myself, I feel so sorry for whoever is thinking that this person is a friend and actually is in their corner, because he's not. What kind of person does that? So as I'm walking along, feeling good about myself, my sandal broke. Now, I'm embarrassed because I'm like, already I have these, I'm trying to figure out, should I stop in here? Already I have like these feet, and I'm scared, like, because I'm walking around now with no shoes on down Hollandale Beach Boulevard, this busy ass street, and I'm like, oh my God, and the bad thing is it always breaks like in the middle of you crossing the intersection. So that's what happened. So after that, my shoes broken. I was like, okay, no problem. Take the shoe in my hand, I hold my head up, still continue walking on. Oh, but what I wanted to tell you about was when I left that Family Dollar, there was some guy in the truck that was trying to talk to me. And you have to be careful, because women, especially young ladies, because I know how this kind of works, because I was a young woman at one time. You don't realize it, but you're naive to a lot of things. You're thinking, oh, this person is just being nice. And I'm still naive to a lot of things, especially with women, because I don't suspect women because I always think of men wanting something, but not necessarily women. But women are weird too. But the thing is that because that person, when a person treats you a certain way, because that person treated me the way that he did in that store, and attempted to try to make me feel a certain way about it, what happens is that the other people that are bad, good people just want to get in, get out, they don't say anything. But the other people that are bad people that are there, they are, they're listening, and they're just like if you see, and I hate to say this, but I know this, but like women that have gone to jail and they've been let out, there's bad people that wait, like men that wait when they're coming out of jail to like intercept them, because they know that they just got out of jail, they probably want some good food and they haven't been anywhere in a while. So these men are waiting, for them to let these females out of jail so they can entice them. It's the same thing. If a man sees that you're in a situation where you're in trouble, they'll wait outside because they figure, oh, this girl, nobody must care about her, or she must be something, whatever negative you could think, if that person felt it was all right to treat her like that. So they come to kind of do the swoop up, to save the cell or whatever, and try to manipulate. Maybe they had that thought. So, ladies, I'm going to tell you, hold your own. Know your own moral values, your own spirit. And you don't have to stay around for no BS. It may be convenient, or you felt that it might have been convenient. But obviously, if there's an altercation or some negativity, obviously it is not convenient. And it's not going to be a joy. So pick up and look forward and move ahead. So anyhow, like I said, my shoe broke. So I'm like, oh God, I'm going to have to walk into the store with no shoes on my feet, So I'm walking in, I'm like, well, because the first thing I always do, because I'm an honest person, I want to walk up and be like, hey, I don't have no shoes, I broke my shoe, can you help me? But then I was like, they might tell me I can't even come in the store, so I'll just be walking, like have to walk all the way back home with no shoes on. So, I walked in the store, and this is Bill's Outlet. I thank God for this young woman. But like I said, sometimes the way that I talk about myself bring things down too. Because when I walked in, she was just like, hi, such and such and such. And I was just so thankful. I was like, hi, I was like, I broke my shoe. Do you have any cheap shoes, that, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And she talked to me like a normal person, even though I had no shoes on my feet. She was just like, whew, a fly just landed on my cheek. Yeah. But she was just like, yeah, on the whole back wall, there's these dots and, the clearance and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, they're on clearance. And she said, but we have cheap shoes anyway. And she wasn't lying. She was absolutely right. Better than pay less, better quality. Here's the shoes that I bought y'all. I hope y'all can see them. Can you see them?